Hello, friends. Today I am going to talk about job description versus vision, mission, and goals. Companies or the organizations generally state their vision in a very definitive way. They very clearly define what their vision is, their mission is, short term goals are set out to arrive at their mission or the vision that the management perceives. After the say the goal setting, then you chart out as to how much of staff and line you would require to do those tasks that you have thought would be needed to achieve your goals, vision, and mission. Once the organization is decided, then you say that okay, these will be the various levels, and this is how a particular goal will be achieved. The manpower required for this, the resources required for this, the machines, etc., are decided, and then about the manpower, you write also their job description as to what these fellows will do. As is done in the industry, much more before that, it has been going on in the armed forces of the military. And based on these, you know, visions and missions and goals, various small components of the big force are decided and organized. If we are not reminded of our mission or a goal, we are likely to make mistakes, forget them, and sometimes confuse it with the job description. I'm going to narrate incidents as to how it happened with me in a particular situation. I was in a engineer regiment field park company. The field park company is supposed to provide the administrative support, logistic support for the tasks which are being done by the field engineer companies. As it had happened that for about 8 years or so, our field park company had not been exercised in warlike situations. That is to say, whenever there was an exercise, the field companies would go, but the field park would be supporting them from the peace locations only. Now, to the wisdom of our leaders, they decided that the field park also must be exercise in such a way so that we get the taste of how the field engineer companies go through while they are in the exercise area. So in my field power company, I had a young captain sir who went along with some 150 Jawans and JCOs to establish camp in an area where the exercise was being carried out. So establishing a camp in the field area means that you have to live in the tented accommodation, your vehicles, your equipment, they also move along, and to keep them away from the enemy aircraft vision, you carry out camouflage. You put camouflage nets and things of that nature to avoid your detection as to where you people are being deployed. So one evening while I was in my office, this Kaptan Sahab came to me and said that, sir, 9 of our people have refused to carry out the orders and I don't know what to do. I said, okay, let's get back to the exercise area. I also wore the field uniform, went to the exercise area, and in that office, I said, okay, march them one by one into my office. I will speak to each one of them in isolation, not in a collective group. And once a fellow has been talked to, he too is taken in a different direction so that he doesn't meet the people who have not been marched up so far. So I observed certain things while I was talking to them, and they were basically trying to say that this is not my job, this is not my duty. I haven't been asked to perform it ever since I joined. Why should I be responsible for doing the camouflage for a vehicle or for a equipment, whereas I am a clerk, I am a storekeeper, I am a JCO, I am supposed to supervise and not physically work, and so on. That is the time I told them that there is a distinction between the job description as you think or as has been told to you that this is your job. There are certain roles for which we have been recruited into this army or military, and we have obtained certain mode of training, and we need to remind ourselves at regular intervals what is our basic job, basic role, apart from the description that we carry with us. The difference that I see in the army structure and the civil structure is that in the army you are wearing a rank that decides your level, and then you have an appointment. As I said that I was a major and a company commander. I am major by rank and company commander by appointment. The job description is that of the company commander, but there are responsibilities of a major too, which you cannot forget. A sepoy or a sapper is his rank. His responsibility is different, but his job description as a clerk is to maintain the files, type out the letters, put them in a file in a particular order, and so on. But as a sapper, he is supposed to be involved in the rules that are akin to doing the engineering tasks, which may be, which may involve mine laying, supply of water, provision of electricity, uh, and various other tasks, laying of bridges, etc. So while in the peacetime, you may be carrying out your duties as per the job description. But once in war, or you're training yourself to be in war, then we better think about the roles that we are supposed to perform. My isolation and talking to these fellows at an individual level just changed their minds. They said, "Sir, we'll do it." And within the next hour or so, I saw each one of them was happily performing the task that he was given because they had understood the difference between the two. Thank you.